Christy. In today's yoga class, I'm going to start off with a little story here, and then we're going to get started, but the story will apply for today's theme of the class, both on and off the mat. All right, so there's a mother and father, and they have a 4-year-old, and they have dinner together every night. And then at some point, the grandpa comes along and is going to live with them because he's no longer able to live on his own, and because of his health condition, he has the shakes. So what happens is, night after night, as they're sitting around the table eating their dinner, he's shaking and goes to eat, and he drops and breaks bowls and dishes, and as you can imagine, that would happen if you're shaking, right? And so the mom and dad are getting really upset because they're constantly having to clean up and all these dishes are getting broken. So then one night the mom and dad decide that they're done, and they got him a wooden bowl and they had him eat out in the family room. And while they were eating in the kitchen, at the kitchen table, they looked over and can see a tear in the eye of the eyes of the grandpa. But they continue to have the grandpa sit there and eat. So then a few days later, there's the boy, 4-year-old boy, during the day. He has some clay and he's making something. And the mom asked, well, what are you making? And the boy said, I'm making bowls for you and dad for when you get older. So that evening, Grandpa was back in the kitchen at the kitchen table with regular silverware bowls like everybody else, eating, still continuing to break dishes or bowls. But from that point further, the mom and dad didn't get angry and just found a way to just make it peaceful and make it work. So I feel like as we are when we're around our family members a lot, right, we can easily lose patience, or they can lose patience with us. And sometimes when that happens repetitively with the same issue, we might sometimes quickly go, that's it, I can't handle it anymore, this is what's going to happen. But then when you reflect back on it later, whether it's later that day, the next day, months from then, you look back and you're like, maybe that was the easy route, or like I couldn't handle it anymore, and so we just had to do it to get by. But really, was that the right decision? Or who else is involved in that, or overheard that? Is there another sibling that, overheard that? And what kind of lesson or role model is that for everyone involved, or particular people? So it's just a reminder off of the mat of being more aware of what we're saying and what we're doing. And on the mat, do we quickly just do the easy route, or if we get frustrated with ourselves that I can't do that, do we quickly, is there like this jumping type thing that we do, that we just go? But what if we just try shifting it a little bit? How does that feel in the body? How does that feel in the mind? And just be very present in the choices that we make. So let's begin. Having a block near you if needed. And we'll let our legs cross, hands rest on the knees. Let your eyes close. And just let's go within. Become present, mindful. Maybe reflecting. It's early morning, you just got out, reflecting on something that might have happened yesterday or recent events. Or if it's later in the day, you're reflecting on what's happened so far this morning. Did you do any quick reactions where you lost your temper and made a choice, used your voice, or physically did something that you're like, yeah, maybe that wasn't such the best decision? And do we want to set an intention to readjusting that? Kind of resetting the clock, beginning again. And if nothing comes to mind right now, that's okay too. And let's be conscious of our breath, taking a breath in through the nose, and a deep, relaxing breath out. Begin again, take a breath in, take in some more air, hold it, and slowly releasing it down. Let's do one more time, and as you breathe in this next round, can you breathe up, but also feel like you're taking up some space and getting some width. Take it up and wide. Expand, taking up space, hold it, and then slowly exhale as if you're coming back in and down and out, releasing. At the end of that exhale, bringing the chin down towards the chest, letting the eyes open if they were still closed, adjusting to the space around you, maybe back with the camera. And then bring your chest forward, over to the side, and around. So we're just gonna do some circles here as the palms are down on the knees, drawing the chest forward, side and back. Scraping the sides as we make our circles. Inhale for 1/2 and exhale for the second. We'll go one more time in this direction. The next time you come to the top, change directions. Inhaling and exhaling. Every time I do this, it makes me think of baking and scraping the sides of the bowl, trying to get all the chocolate batter off, or whatever batter, or whatever you're making. Scrape it. And see how big you can go while keeping the sits bones anchored down into your mat. Slowly come back to your center. Yeah, sit nice and tall. Let's add a twist. Left hand to right knee, twisting to the right. Inhale, center. Big breath, conscious. Exhale, twist to your left. And drawing the navel to spine as we get that connection. Come back to center. And then pivoting, rotating onto hands and knees. Letting the fingers separate, knees underneath the hips. Let's wag your tail today. So decide, what does your tail look like? Is it curly and short? Is it fat and long? Does it have any color to it? Be a little playful with it. And then we want to check it out. So at first we're balanced, the hips are balanced. Pull the belly in, navel to spine connection. Take a breath in as you're in center. Look over the left shoulder, pull the left shoulder towards the left hip, and check out your tail. Come to center, inhale, exhale, other side. We just keep doing a few more, alternating as you're looking from over one shoulder to the other. Checking out your imaginary tail, pulling shoulder to elbow or to the hip. See if you can maybe do a little bit more of a side bend with every round. Doing one more on each side, continuing to pulling the belly, navel to spine to support the lower back. Come back to your center. We're gonna go right into a nice down dog here, so tuck your toes. Inhale, pulling that belly up again, do a little rounding, especially in the upper back. And then float the knee off. So we're gonna do this consciously, like slow motion. So the knees come off. And then as slow as you can, begin to lift the hips up. This is where we become present, right? Before we lose our patience, we feel the anger coming up, be present with it so you can make the right choice. No regrets. And slowly setting the heels up and back towards your mat. Let your head be there between the arms. And then it's like we've arrived. So now you've arrived to see what's happening. Maybe hips go side to side. Coming towards center, letting one leg bend as the other leg extend. So we find freedom and mobility. And see what feels good and what works for us. Just like within each family home, dynamics as they change. What works, what doesn't work? What do we need to shift? Slow it down. Who does it affect? How does it affect them? Maybe walking the feet a little bit closer so the hips are distance apart, feet are hip distance. And then lift up and come forward into a plank. So shoulders are right over those palms. Feeling your plank. Inhale, exhale, up and back, down dog. Let's do a few rounds. Coming forward, breath in, looking toward the top of the mat or beyond. And up and back, exhale. 2 more times. Float it forward, breath in, up and back. 1 more time, forward, up and back. Walk the feet towards the hand. We'll come into a standing forward fold. So once you arrive, hands to opposite elbows, drop the head.
Shaking the head no and yes, so freedom in the head and neck. And let's get freedom in the upper body. Imagine your arm is like a swing, and we're swinging left and right. Maybe a little bit of rotation there. Strong and stable in the feet and the legs, like they have us. They know how to be steady and stable and strong. The structure and the upper body gets to play and see what's right and have a little bit of fun. Slowly come back to your center, bending the legs, arms dangle. Inhale, exhale, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Go come all the way to the top, lifting those shoulders high up to the ears, and then melt them down your back as we stand here in Tadasana. Mountain pose, so palms facing forward, separate in those fingers. Let the eyes close. Can you feel the heels anchoring, rooting you down? Can you take keeping the eyes closed, but take the toes off. Separate the toes as much as you can. Separate them. Feel the balls of the feet pressing down as those toes are lifted. And then gently placing the toes back down, continuing with the eyes closed here in your mountain pose, running up the body, feeling some softness in the knees. Coming all the way up, a little bit of softness in the shoulder area, but still space across the front and back body, and top crown of the head rising up towards the sky. What does it feel like to breathe here? Becoming present with our breath. Take a breath in like you're sipping air through a straw. And take in some more. And take in some more because I know you can. Hold it there. And then slowly releasing it, exhaling it out. And as you start to exhale that out or finish, allow the eyes to flutter back open yet again. And then let's be here at the top of our mat. Coming down, we'll go through a sun salutation. So reaching those arms out and up with a big breath in, bring them up towards the sky. And on the exhale, forward folding all the way down towards your mat. Inhale, hands to shins flat back. Exhale, forward fold, hands down, step it back. And let's let our knees come down. And so we come down all the way onto the belly and dropping to the tops of the feet towards your mat. Bringing the forearms down, spreading those fingers. Inhale, let's do a little cobra, lifting up. And exhale down. 2 more like that. Taking it out and up. Stretching down our rectus abdominals that run vertically. 1 more time. Pressing those legs down and pulling towards one another. And melt. Hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale and exhale the length of the arms. Tucking the toes just as we did earlier. Let's become really present. And so pull the belly in. Let the knees come off. And slow motion, start lengthening the legs out. Feel the plank and then hips up and back into the downward facing dog. Do the side to side hips. Let the hips drop to the right and go to the left. And while keeping the balls of the feet and the toes completely anchored down, come back to your center. Walk the feet towards one another. Come back forward into that plank. And then let's stay here. At any point, you can always drop to the knees. But otherwise, we're in our plank. We're going to pull the belly in and get a little up around us in the upper back, kind of like cat-cow, get a little bit more cat-like. And then let your feet go to the right, so to the side. Dropping the hips down, feel the left hip over the right. As you're here, notice if you start feeling less weight in the left fingertips or base of the palm, keep maintaining it down. Inhale back up. Exhale up and over other side like a rainbow, stacking right hip over the left. And keep going, tucking that left hip under, waking up our side obliques. Come back center. 1 more on each side, up and over, left hip over the right, tuck the right hip. See how much rotation you can get in that lower spine. Come back, inhale, exhale, up and over. Keep twisting the lower spine, but press those fingertips and base of the palms, equalness between the hands. Come back to center. Woo, up and back, down dog. Lift the right leg up high. Let's go ahead and rotate it side to side and then give a little shake. Shake it out like it's, think of a wet dog. The leg is all wet. Shake it out. And then turn it side back down towards your mat. Look forward. Bend your right leg. Inhale and exhale. Step it all the way through. Land it. Come down to the back knee. Relax the back of the foot. Come up onto the right thigh as we go into our lunge here. And then hands can just rest on the right thigh. And let's do a little forward and back motion. Inhale and exhale. This is like, reminds me of just thinking about what's going on. So I think about those parents that were maybe when it's not during dinner time, but they're thinking, what am I gonna do? This isn't working. I'm getting really angry when all these dishes and bowls are being broken. What's possible? And that's where one of them decided, maybe it's possible. Wooden bowl and going into the family room, but is that right, right? So we think, we brainstorm, hope that we come up with the right choice, the right decision. Now let's bring ourselves to the middle spot. The weight is equally dispersed. And then do a little zip up. So we talked about your tail earlier, where we're showing it off to everybody. Now we want it more in neutral, or if anything, a little bit of a tucking where we don't want to show up as much. And then zip it up so you can feel the lower abs. Tuck your back toes. Can you feel the pinky toe, the ball of the foot of that pinky toe area? Press down and lift up. When you lift up, pull the right knee forward more. Pull the right hip back and left hip forward. Straighten the left leg out more. Let your arms float up to the sky, palms back. And stay here and breathe. For 3, for 2. And bring your hands to your heart. We're gonna bend the back leg, and it's gonna step forward to match with your right foot. Inhale, and exhale, step it forward. Release it out. Let's go through and do the other side. So we're at the top of our mat, taking the arms out and up. Inhale, and exhale, float it down. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward fold, step it back. Now this time, coming forward on the tips of the toes, either fold your full chaturanga or knees, chest and chin, tops of the feet down, either cobra, a little bit of an up dog. Melt, tuck the toes, extend your arms. Slow motion, plank, inhale, and slow motion up and back, exhale. Don't miss it. We become present. We notice, uh-oh, I'm starting to feel something. I want to make the right choices, right? Whew. And then feel this as we're present. Fingers, each fingertip. Can you feel it? From the pinky all the way to the thumbs, the base of the palms. And can you turn and spiral the eyes of the elbows up towards the sky? Feel some width in the shoulders, length down the back body, lifting of the hips up and back. I know you can feel the lengthening along the back of the legs, but can you straighten the legs out more and feel some lengthening in the front of the legs too? Yeah, and then lift up higher onto the balls of the feet and the toes. Inhale. Exhale, reestablish, placing the heels downward. Feel all 10 toes. Lift the left leg up. Turn it, open it out, shake it. Some freedom. Hopefully it feels good. Then extend it. Turn it back, thigh towards the mat. Look forward beyond your hands. Inhale. Exhale, bending that left leg. Thread it all the way through to the top. Come down to the back knee, relax the back foot. Come up onto the left thigh. And then we do this forward and back motion, where we take time
Maybe it's meditating as we reflect on what's going on in our lives, letting it settle, decide what's right. Physically, we're getting some mobility, stretching and strengthening in the lower body, especially here in the hips and T-band. Okay, let's get to that place of centering, lengthening the spine, feeling both legs equally, tucking to the back toes. Feel all 5 toes back there. Inhale and exhale. Float the knee off. Lengthen it, lengthen it, lengthen it. Keep pulling the left knee forward, left hip back, right hip forward. Reaching those arms up. And here we are. Two more rounds of breath. Bringing the hands to the heart center, knowing we're coming to the top of the mat. Bend your back right knee. Inhale. Exhale, step it forward to the top. Release it out. So you can stay at your front top of your mat there. I'm going to turn so I'm facing towards you. We're going to go into eagle pose. Because I am facing you directly, I don't know if it'll help, but maybe we can mirror each other. So take the arms out wide. So I'm going to mirror you. So you're taking left arm under. Begin to sit down. Lift your right foot, knee up towards the sky. We're going to wrap it around as we go into eagle pose. So wrap it. And if you fall like that, foot dropped, it's okay. Refind your balance. Pull the navel to the spine. See if you can let the toes float back off. Some of you might be able to wrap that foot around the other leg. Yeah. If it drops again, whoop, it's fine. See if you can take it back off again. Some days our balance are better than other days, right? Come up a little bit. Come up like 2 inches. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can go down. Go lower than you did for the first round. And slowly come out. Reach it up. Inhale. And exhale. Arms down by your sides. Release. We're going to do the other side. Arms go out. Left under right. Wrap it. Inhale. Exhale. Pretend you sit in your imaginary chair. Pull the belly in. Lift the left knee up. Wrap it over. See if it's any different the other side. Bring your forearms forward. And the back of the head back like it's touching your headrest in your car. And if you fall, whoop, right? Just bring it back. Begin again. Forgiveness, right? We need forgiveness. Just like in that story, there's forgiveness that has to happen with human. Come up that inch or 2. Inhale. Exhale, see if you go down again. Let's unravel slowly, any way you'd like, but maybe there's a little bit of grace in there or fun, and you come down. Okay, so let's go through our chaturanga, our sun salutation chaturanga, and then we are going to go back into that lunge, and from the lunge we're going to add on going into eagle pose. All right, so here we are at the top of the mat. Reach the arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, float it on down. Inhale. It's like you're flying in the sky. See what's below. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back. Full chaturanga this time, maybe. Come to the tips of the toes. So you can go knees, chest, chin, or bending. See if the arms can make it to 90 degrees. Taps of the feet go down. Inhale, lift, up dog, or you might be doing cobra. Now start lifting the hips. Ready to go to that plank first. Tuck the toes. Inhale and exhale, slow motion down dog. Woo. Shake out the head and neck. Now let's lift the right leg high. Inhale, open it out because it always feels a little good there. And then bring it on back thigh down. Look forward. Inhale, exhale, step it all the way through.
Come up onto the fingertips. So we're not going to drop the knee this time. We'll stay with the back leg straight and the heel high up over the balls of the feet. Anchor the feet, or the front foot and the left toes and the balls of the feet. Pull the belly in. Let's float off. Reach those arms up. Softness in the shoulders. Can you get present here in this pose? Imagine you're going to stay in this pose for 10 minutes. Where are you going to be strong? Where can you relax? Luckily, it won't be 10 minutes. Take one more round breath. Now visualize it first, but we're going to go into eagle. So the left leg is going to come forward and wrap around the right. Okay? And then, so we're going to inhale. Let's have the right go under the left. Okay, so we're going to inhale. On the exhale, bend your back leg. Bring the left knee up to the sky first. Bring it up. Cross it. And then we'll bring right arm under left. Right under left. And sit. And look forward. Bring the back of the head back. Forearms forward. Slowly come out. Ooh, release, shake. Those balances raise the heart rate, don't they? Okay, other side. Here we go. Out and up, bend. And exhale down. Inhale. It's like a beautiful dance. Exhale that you know well. Step it back. Knees, chest, chin, or full. Taps of the feet. Inhale. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Oops, that was supposed to be slow motion down dog, right? Plank, slow motion, becoming present. How does it feel? And then the left leg lifts, open it out. A little sense of freedom, exploration. Turn the thigh down, look forward, inhale, bend that leg, left foot all the way through on the exhale. Keeping the right leg lengthened, lift the back of the right thigh. Come up onto the fingertips, maybe looking forward as you pull the belly in. Ground the front foot, back toes, balls of the feet, all the way up. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Tuck the pelvis just a tiny bit so you can feel that zip up from the pubic bone to the belly button. Let's play with our arms a little bit. So let your arms drop, inhale and exhale. Whoo, bring it up. Let it drop, inhale, exhale, lift. Whoo, one more down. Lift it up, stay. Can you find joy in this pose? Breath and strength. Two more rounds of breath. Okay, you're gonna start bending your back right knee, bring the right knee to the sky, and then left arm underneath the right. So that may be as we wrap and sink. The toe wants to touch, it can. See how the balance is. Maybe the foot wraps around the back leg. Can we sit deeper? Toe. Today my body wants to be lazy. My right foot keeps going down. Like, I know the floor's there, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it. But really, come on, Christy. Inhale. Needless spine. Take that foot off. Slowly unravel. Whoop. And release. So that's becoming present and that's becoming aware, right? What's happening? I want to be lazy. Should I allow the weight laziness today? Or should I, come on, pick it up a little bit, right? So just like in the story, be aware. Be aware. What's working? What's not working? What needs to be shifted? Okay, let's come down. So let's come down, but to come down, we're gonna first lift up. Lift the heels,
And when you lift the heels, notice what happens. For me, my weight shifts towards the pinky toes. So I want to imagine that there's a skinny block between my thighs, and I want to squeeze that imaginary skinny block. And if I imagine that, then I can shift the weight and then feel the big toes more now, the same as in the pinky, which is what we want, right? So for you, it might be rolling, you feel it more on the inside. Okay, so can you continue to maintain clawing equalness with down in your mat, and then bend your legs. I like how my fingers do the same thing. My fingers are like, if I do it, maybe my toes will also do it. Yeah, I fell. Come back up. Zip up, inhale. Maybe this is helpful for you too. Do the claw hands. I find this kind of comical. Okay, squeeze that imaginary block as you're going down. Fingers are clawing too. Come on down, come on down, come on down. Once you get down there, squeeze the inner imaginary block again, and then thumbs to the heart. Find some length. If you lose your balance, okay, hands might be touching the floor, your block, but see if you can get a place of stillness. Even if your stillness looks like this, it's okay, but just can you find a place of being steady and stable for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Arms come out. Inhale. We're going to shift onto our bum there, sits bones. Inhale. Let your knees go out. Exhale. Find the mat. It's there. You know it's there. Lift those legs up. Rejoice. What's your rejoice look like? Find some space. Take some space. Know that you're strong. Wherever you are, you might be here. You might be here. Go to your place and pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly letting the heels drop. Inhale, tall. Exhale, thread your arms through. Give yourself a hug. Chin towards your chest. Tight, tight squeeze. Hugs are good to give to others. Sometimes we can't so much. And then to ourselves. Slowly lift it up. Let's stay with this the theme of kind of crossing over their legs. So hands come back behind, fingers out. And then just like we did with the eagle pose, it was this here. Let's, instead of it being super tight, let's open it up a little bit more to figure 4. And then we'll drive the left heel closer towards the sit bone. And then lift the chest towards the right leg. Continue to flex the right foot, separate the toes. My foot, imagine you're pressing your foot against the wall. And then walk it up. So your hands might stay here, you might come to fist, but walk it up, walk it up. How much length can you get right before the point of the hips of the butt coming off of the mat? So let's kind of play with it. If I go more, and I lengthen, oh, it's gonna wanna start lifting, so then it goes back. Yeah, you move your hands, whatever way works for you. The lower body stay where it is, and then lift the chest up, look up, maybe jaw relaxed. So keep pulling the chest forward towards the leg. A little releasing, and then turn the fingertips inward. We'll go into a tabletop. So the left foot stays exactly where it is. Inhale and exhale, lift it up. Maybe looking at the belly first. Lift, lift, lift. Try to get the hips level. Straighten out the arms some more. Pull the arm bones towards midline. Continuing to look here or up or back. We're making a table. This made me think of the table, the dinner table in the kitchen, the table that was maybe set up for the grandpa in the family room. Let's bring it back. Happy family at the kitchen table. Slowly lifting the head, come on down. As you come down, stay with the legs, just slide the left heel further away. Take your arms up, right arm threads through, interlace behind your left thigh, drag it in and up again. And as soon as this left shin lifts, and notice how the back is rounded, extend the spine, hold the scapula, back towards each other. So both feet are flexing, crossing into imaginary walls. Now you can either continue to stay here, or option to get a little bit of abdominal work in a funky way by taking the hands out into the side and lean back and lift up. 8, 7, a little core work. 6, always like that. Up for 5. Woo! Up 2, up 1. Okay, now we're gonna go down. So let's take it, lengthen the left leg, land your heel. So if you were hanging out here and you didn't play, slide the heel down, lean back. Now see if the knee is coming up. Can you keep pressing the knee down like it wants to touch your mat? And we're gonna go down as best you can, 1 vertebrae at a time. A little bit of Pilates going on here. So inhale, exhale. Can you let it go down 1 at a time until the head rests? And then bend the left leg, so slide the heel in towards the butt. Arms can go out to the sides, either lengthened or cactus arms. Inhale, and the exhale, the right foot's gonna drop to your left, and the head can roll to the right. Perhaps letting the eyes close, finding length from the right shoulder to the right hip, anchoring the upper back body as best you can. Take a deep breath in, hold it at the top, and slowly let it go. Bringing the head to center along with the legs. Okay, we're gonna come all the way up. Let's bring the left leg to the sky. So we're still in this figure 4, flexing that right foot, both feet. Grab a hold of the right foot. So again, we're gonna play, it's kind of a Pilates thing. Can you imagine that this ankle is glued to the thigh? And you're gonna get some rocking going. Now to make it a little easier, you can bend your left leg and bring the heel close to your butt. So it's like a smaller ball there. I'm gonna keep it open. You're gonna get some rocking. When you're ready, you're gonna come all the way up and you're gonna hold, being balanced between the tailbone and the sits bone. So inhale, exhale, all the way up, hold it. See if you can get some length in the left leg. Lift the elbows, shoulders down. Imagine someone's gonna take your picture and you're like, cheese. Yeah, okay. Land the heel, unravel. Whew, finally, right? Shake it out. Okay, other side. Hopefully we're gonna remember everything we did. I'm gonna turn just so it might make it a little bit easier for you to see. Okay, so figure 4, flex the foot, slide it up. Here you can be fingertips, fists, whatever way you wanna go. But you slide the right heel in close towards the sit bone, towards the butt there, towards the glute. And then go for a walk with your hands. Right before you pop off. Feel the stretching there in the left glute and along the outer thigh, your left abductor there. Notice those little shifts. So if you shift to the right a little bit with your legs, ooh, sensation changes, right? Come back up, and if you shift inward towards midline, that shifts. You can now feel it in the inner right thigh. Come back, feeling the knee back in center. This is where we say, oh, whatever's happening in my life, it's not really working, right? All these dishes breaking, it's not working. What do I do? What do I need to do to shift? Do I shift my mindset? Do we try something different? What do we need to do? Because whatever this is, it's not working. Maybe it is, and you're just noticing that. Okay, so we're gonna walk it back to lift up. Fingertips towards your glutes. Inhale, anchor the right foot. Pull the belly in a little bit. Exhale, take flight. Lift up, find the hips level. And stay there or up and back. For 3. Breathing in and out. Coming down. Once you land, slide the right foot further away. Left hand comes inside, wraps around. Give yourself that little hug. And then roll. lift it up. Sometimes it's not perfect. I'm not perfect from one side to the other. There might be some different variations. There might be some different reps. There might be some different length of holding. I'm sorry. I'm just not perfect. So bear with me. All right, we're gonna do this pulsing. So the arms are gonna come out. And then we're gonna do whatever pulsing works for you, but see how much you can lean back and lift up. Lean back and lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Can it be fun? 3, 2, 1. Lengthen, inhale. Your heel could be on your right heel on your mat. Exhale, the idea is to go down one vertebrae at a time. Head will make its way down. We'll slide the right heel towards the right glute. Inhale, exhale, left foot to the right, arms open out to the sides. Head rolls to the left. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out. Maybe exhaling out the mouth. That's relaxing and calming for you. Find length now from the left shoulder to the left hip. Imagine just this. Imagine instructor, somebody putting their hand kind of just below the hip on the top of the thigh there. They're pressing down and away towards the top of the knee. And another hand maybe here on top of the shoulder, going upwards. So we have 2 different directions to help encourage the openness and the length. And then bringing the head towards your center and the legs towards center. And then bringing the left leg down. Did I remember everything? I hope I remembered everything. I feel like we did something here. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we got it all. Okay, let's let it go. Let's lengthen the legs. Let's lengthen the arms up above. Stretch. Scrunch your face. Squeeze your fists. Point your toes. How many muscles can you squeeze throughout the entire body? And then let it go. Arms flap to the sides, legs flap to the sides. Whew. And then let's let our arms come around by the sides into our Shavasana, where we just get to rest. Palms are up. Let's just be here now as we melt down into our mat. We'll be here for about maybe around 2 minutes, and then I'll lead you out. And if you want to stay longer, go for it.
Begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes. Being thankful for them. If we don't have the shakes, we're able to control them. Let's remember what a gift. Thank you. Thank you for being able to hold a fork the way we want to and to use it the way we want to. And for the steadiness of our hands, our toes. Slow it down. And bending one leg at a time. Rolling over to one side, allowing the bottom arm to be a pillow for the head to rest. And I say stay present here as we take a mindful breath in, mindful breath out. Using the top hand to press down to guide you up to a seat, keeping the eyes closed if you can. As you're coming up, you'll just let those legs cross just into that position where we were at the beginning. Hands rest on the knees. And here we sit inside or within, checking in. How do you feel now, internally, mentally, maybe emotionally, your mood, or physically, or your breath? How does it all feel now after? Let's bring our hands to the heart center. I always like to finish with an om, imagining that I'm oming with you and we're united together. We're finding our own voices and then finding our voices together. It's also really good for the nervous system. And so the way it works was we'll inhale through the nose, we'll exhale out the mouth, or exhale out, inhale, and then om. And when you're oming, think of it as starting down from that first chakra, making its way all the way up and out. Okay? Let the eyes close, if you will. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Breath in. Bringing your thumbs up to your third eye, your forehead. May we be mindful and present with our thoughts and with our decision making, and bringing our thumbs towards our mouths. May we use the language and the words that we want to bring love to those around us, and bringing the thumbs to our hearts. May they be the actions that we wish to see, and again brings the right actions for us and for those around us. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.